Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. For this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
First down, Bears. Here we go. 76. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Running left, it's Henry. Down to about the 23.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Trap 50, trap 6, Cowboy 80, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
Daniels looking to throw. Able to find Gray here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Come on. Hit. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19.
To throw is Daniels. And this is incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Third and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game.
Let's go. Bronco 80. 18, Pioneer.
Now Daniels. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch. Over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Good yardage yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Lucas Van Ness on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 60, bicep, 60, 60.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now he's going to step up and run. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Back to the running game with Jacobs. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
For the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Hey, Flash, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Daniels. There's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. A give to Henry. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Ready? Mustang 19. Dragon 60.
To the air goes Daniels. Well, he is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Trap 50, trap 50. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Here's Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Gray. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Okay, break.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's 1st and 10. It looks like they'll move things around here. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's 1st down.
Check. Cowboy 80. Ready?
Again, it's Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
19 Lions.
They'll look to throw. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and goal, Chicago.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have taken the lead here now in the fourth quarter of this championship game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
This is first and 10. Now Jones. Got him there, and that's Ligon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's first and 10. Jones. They'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
70 range, go!
Here's Jones. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
The ball on the 16 for second and 10.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Jones. That finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And they're able to spike it with time remaining. And now in field goal range here with a chance to get this one to OT. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Okay, break.
3 ticks remain. This is it here. Now a handoff to Henry. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. Well, 4 quarters couldn't settle things. It's going to take overtime to figure out who wins the George Halas Trophy and punches their ticket to the Super Bowl. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guarantee the possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. Not lacking aggressiveness here to begin overtime, Charles. A pretty big play right there. And looked like it might have caught the defense off guard. They may have been expecting something a little more conservative.
Yeah, they've got to shore things up in a big way, because they make any more mistakes like that and really let them drive it on them, they'll be putting their offense in a tough spot to answer if they want to extend their season.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in a freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if you go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans.
And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead.
49ers 27. Miami Bears
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, and I'm sure the team would be in favor of just taking the win right now. But in a small way, those defenders are also kind of happy for the rule change, because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
44-yard line.
Now it's Jones' turn in overtime. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. So CD, in the postseason, they obviously get the chance to answer that touchdown from a bit ago, but how do they set aside that pressure knowing that their entire season is coming down to this series?
What a great question. And I don't think that they set it aside. I think that they confront it. And they've done it throughout practice time in preparation for opportunities like this.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Throwing Jones. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jones throwing for it. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy